finally happened. I went to Epic Universe. I feel like I'm the last person on earth to go there. I've been watching so many videos about it. I got to experience it. I got to ride almost everything. So what did I think? Did it live up to the hype? Let's discuss. So, yes, I was invited to the media preview for Epic Universe just a few days before the grand opening last week, and I gotta tell you, it was completely overwhelming to walk into the park after just dreaming about it for so long, reading all the coverage, watching all the construction videos and the pictures, and everything else. And I finally got to walk in there after watching so many people in there during previews. The first media preview that I did not go to, it was just a really cool experience to finally be in the park. And I have so many thoughts about it. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the segment we did on our What a Day streaming talk show. If you don't know what this is, I work at WGN Television, obviously. We have a show that's on Monday through Friday, airs at 2 p.m., It is a talk show that streams on our streaming platform. So it's on WGNTV.com on the live stream. It's also on WGN Plus, which is an app you can put on your smart television. And if you're watching this from outside of Chicago, you can download WGN Plus on your smart TV, and you can watch all of our news content there. But you can also watch this show. We talk about like some of the big topics of the day, whatever's on our mind. And I get to geek out about theme parks with a lot less time constraint than they give me on the actual newscast, right? So I was able to really do a deep dive into Epic Universe, everything that I experienced there. So instead of doing that twice, doing it on What a Day, and then doing it here on my YouTube channel all over again, I figure I would just show you that segment and give you a little taste of our What a Day show too. So this is everything that I experienced at Epic Universe, kind of giving you a nuts and bolts too of what Epic Universe is like if you don't know anything about it, and some of the interviews that I did there. And so afterwards gave you also some of my personal thoughts and what I thought about it and my reaction to some of the things there, some of the things I think that they can improve and will improve on over time. And so as you're watching this, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below the video here. I will actually make another video reacting to some of those if I get enough of them. You guys have questions, because there's probably some things that I just didn't think about to mention that you might be wondering as well. And I'll probably do some videos, specific videos to some of the attractions there. They were that good that I really need to talk about them. I just wish that they allowed us to shoot video of ourselves on the ride, especially Stardust Racers, because it is so good, you guys. It is so good. It is an amazing coaster, especially when it's racing. It's awesome. So I talked about it a bit in the video here, and I'll have more videos to come on this. Way too many. So without further ado, here is my recap of my trip to Epic Universe. Take a look. Hey, this is What a Day, where we recap the great moments of the WGN Morning News, talk about the things that are on our mind, and you know what's always on my mind. Theme parks, baby, roller coasters, all that good stuff. And last week, I had the special privilege. I was invited to get a preview of the new Epic Universe that is opening. It's part of the Universal Orlando Resort. If you've been down there, you've been to Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure. They got their Volcano Bay water park, and now they have this brand new theme park with all kinds of different themed lands in it. And so I thought I would put together, because I've been talking about this thing for like 5 or 6 years now since it's been announced, but there's still a lot of people out there I talk to who are like, I don't know anything about this. Like, what is it? So I put together sort of nuts and bolts of like, what is Epic Universe? What is it all about? So I'll show you that, and then afterwards come out and give you some more of my like personal thoughts and opinions and a few more tips if you were thinking about going there. Take a look. After half a decade of construction, Universal Epic Universe is now officially open to the public. When you walk through the main entrance of the park, you go under this tall tower they call the Kronos. There you enter Celestial Park. The central area of the Epic Universe theme park features a large fountain, a carousel, and my favorite attraction in the entire park, a launched racing coaster called Stardust Racers. This roller coaster was designed by Mock Rides, features too many moments of airtime to count. It feels like you are out of your seat for the entire ride. That is me in the front row enjoying one of those airtime moments. The two coaster trains race each other. They twist around each other in this signature element at one point. It's called the Celestial Spin. you feel like you can reach out and touch the people above or below you. It is so cool. Then there's one other interesting feature on the ride. I don't know if you can tell me anything about this, but I happen to see the flux capacitor on the back of the trains. There, well, what's going on with that?
Sure. So a part of the story of Epic Universe is we have these portals that can open at different times. So who's to say that a certain doctor didn't come in at some point and help with the technology for Stardust Racers?
It does feel like a Doc Emmett Brown creation a little bit.
Maybe.
Surrounding Celestial Park, you'll find 4 portals that take you to Epic Universe's different worlds. Each of them has their own unique theme. First, let's check out Super Nintendo World. You take an escalator up a pipe and you step into the world of the Super Mario Brothers. Just look around. You see everything in this land appears to be moving. You can get a power-up wristband, and you can play interactive games all over the land. You rack up your scores. Susan Cummings is the land's executive producer. She has worked on it for the last 6 years. Now, as the EP of this project, there are, of course, 2 other Super Nintendo worlds.
That's right.
Is that easier for you because it's already been done, or is there like more pressure because this has got to live up to that standard, maybe exceed it a little bit because there's some new stuff here?
Such a good question, Marcus. There's a little bit of pressure only because we already know what it's supposed to look like. We know what the fan expectation is, and so we got to meet that. Also, there's a little bit of difference between Hollywood and USJ and here in Orlando. So we have to make sure that what Nintendo liked best is what we've incorporated here.
There are 3 main attractions in Super Nintendo World. You've got Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. That's a racing experience. You have to wear an augmented reality headset on this one. Yoshi's Adventure is a slow people mover. It takes you around the top level of the land, really geared for younger kids. And in the back of the land, you'll find another pipe that takes you to Donkey Kong Country and a roller coaster called Minecart Madness. This is the Minecart style roller coaster that's back here. What makes this really unique, it's actually a universal patent. It's called a boom coaster. So when you're on this ride, there's only 2 rows on each little cart, but when you're in the front one, you can really see what's going on. The track in front of you appears to just kind of disappear. It breaks apart. It gives you the illusion like, wait a second, I'm jumping the track as I'm going along the ride. But the way this actually works is there's a boom arm on the side of your car. You can kind of see it in parts of the ride as you're walking past. And the track to the ride is actually underneath where you are, and the track that's above is just kind of there for decoration and for show. It's a really neat little effect. Are you done with Nintendo now, or do you think you have more Nintendo in your future?
Me personally, that is yet to be determined.
Okay.
I think that the Universal Creative in particular is always looking for the next big thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can do that without Nintendo.
You think there are more Nintendo stories to tell?
I think there are more Nintendo stories to tell.
Back outside of Super Nintendo World into Celestial Park, you'll find another portal that'll take you into 1920s Paris and the wizarding world of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. The setting is absolutely massive, full of detail. Its signature attraction is Harry Potter and the battle at the Ministry. You walk through a smoke-filled metro flue, and you enter the gigantic Ministry of Magic atrium. Any Potter fan will be blown away by the reveal here. It is spectacular. Now, I have yet to ride the attraction, unfortunately. I had to leave before it was available to ride that day, but reviews say it is one of the best dark rides in the world. Speaking of dark, another portal takes you into Dark Universe. This land is dedicated to the Universal Monsters. The village of Darkmoor has your classic monsters roaming about, even a burning blade tavern that lights on fire. This is right out of the classic Frankenstein movie. At the center of the land is Monsters Unchained. It's an indoor dark ride filled with dozens of audio animatronic Draculas, wolfmen, all kinds of creatures. They are leaping at you, they are fighting each other. It is total chaos as you are traveling through this giant castle.
It isn't the most in terms of the number of attraction of animated figures, but it is the most complex and the most realistic and the most ambitious, because we've got characters that fly, we've got characters that walk. I mean, it's really not anything that's ever been done before.
Lower the lights, quickly. Now, these people are friends.
And the last portal leads you into the world of How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. This is arguably the most complete land at Epic Universe. It's got a kids' play area, a show, a family boat ride, a spinning flying attraction. You can meet a dragon face to face.
Put your hand out.
Yep.
Let her smell you a little bit. You haven't had any chicken today, right?
No chicken.
Great,
No.
great. Sometimes she smells it and gets a little jealous.
all right.
Okay, perfect. Let her sniff you. She'll come to you. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
See, you're a natural. You don't even need my
Oh, look. Or you can hop on my favorite attraction in this land. It's a great family launch coaster called Hiccup's Wing Gliders.
This is a multi-launch family coaster. It's for all the family. Believe it or not, it is very fun. It goes up to 45 miles per hour, so you expect to see a lot of thrill in this, and it has some hidden gems here and there.
And finally, what would a theme park be without a viral food item? Of course, everyone talking about the rides at Epic Universe, all the different lands, but the one thing I've seen the most on TikTok and everywhere else are the mac and cheese cones. Look at this. So not only is the mac and cheese cone in is this like a garlic bread or something? What is
Yeah,
this?
it's going to be a Cuban garlic bread with
Cuban
sesame
garlic
seeds.
bread with sesame seeds on it, and then if that wasn't enough with the mac and cheese and everything, you got the goldfish crackers on top. First bite. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. I could split it with like 6 people, but it's good. Guess what? I split it with no people. I ate the entire
Yes.
I ate that
Oh my
entire thing,
God.
and it was like 98 degrees out that day, and I'm like, this is good. And then before you know it, I ate it. The guy my like handler that they assigned me to looked. He's like, "What happened to your cheese cone?" I was like, "I ate it." He's like, "Do you put that down somewhere?" Like, no, I ate the entire thing. It was really that good.
And we had just talked to you on Zoom
yeah, we
when
did.
you had gotten it.
We did.
And you claimed you were just going to have a few bites. Oh, it's so heavy. It's hot out.
It was really hot out that day. And that's one of the things I will say about this place is it's a new park. So there are new trees there. They're not fully grown yet. There is not a lot of shade at this place. So you saw I had a hat on, sunglasses. Like if you're heading out, and it's like that at most of the Florida parks, like it's hot all the time, but there was significantly a lot amount of sun there, and you're outside in it most of the day. So that's a tip for you. The one question people keep asking me is like, is this worth the hype? People have been talking about it forever. I'm going to say, now I haven't experienced the park. I was there at this orchestrated media event. We're going around all the different interview sites and everything else. The Today Show was there and like blocked off half the park. I couldn't even go to like the main entrance thing because they had their cameras set up there and all that, which is how it is, right? There was more than 500 media outlets in the park for the 2 days that I was in it. So it was totally different than the regular guest experience. But I will say, yes, I think it is worth the hype just for the level of theming and the detail they put into it, particularly like the Nintendo world, which when you walk out of that pipe and you walk in there, it is like you're in the game. Like it just brought me back to being a kid. There's like grown men in there like tearing up because it's like, this is what I always dreamed as a kid, like being inside Super Mario World.
It's so immersive. I can't even.
It was cool. The How to Train Your Dragon too, which I'm not like a super fan of those movies by any means. I was just like really blown away. And it made me want to, it was like the opposite of where the movies are supposed to make you want to go to the theme park, where it was like the theme park makes me want to watch all the movies.
Same. I haven't seen them either.
Yeah, and I think that this will be a lesson, though, I think a lot of companies of like, because when they picked How to Train Your Dragon for one of the lands here, I was very skeptical. Like, why would you pick, you got all these Universal brands, you got Back to the Future, you got all these things, like, why are you doing this? And when I walked in, I'm like, I get it. It just lends itself to that kind of world, which is great. So I would say yes. The one thing I will not necessarily be critical of, but there need to be more rides at this park. There's only like 10 or 11 rides, and I'm a rides guy, so I'm a little biased on this because I love my rides. But there's just, this land has enough, but like the other ones, they just don't have enough rides. And there's a lot of outdoor rides. So when it rains in Florida, there's going to be a lot of rides that go down during that. So I think that could end up being a problem for them. But listen, this is just the beginning. They're no doubt going to add a lot to this, but I just wish at the start there were more. And they don't have to be the big, giant Harry Potter $500 million rides. They can just be like those flying spinner rides or some kind of spinner ride on the ground, stuff for like kids and like younger kids to do.
Right.
That would be one of my criticisms of this.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that a lot of people were asking me is like, where do you stay when you go? And I've got some video here. There is this, what's also unique about Epic Universe. There is a hotel inside the park. So it's called the Grand Helios Hotel. And it is, I think do we have the video here? It is absolutely the stunning building. That's it right there. And so if you stay there, you have your own entrance to the park. So you can get a park view room and look out at the park. You can just go downstairs and walk right into Epic Universe if you have a ticket, which is really cool perk. Now, I will say it's expensive to stay at this one. So I was just looking at like a nightly rate here just to get in with no park view was like $775 a night for a room. This is right now, right? So this is like peak. It just opened. However, I stayed at another resort that's on the property. This is it. Stella Nova is what it's called. And it is only like $200 a night to stay here. And you can walk to Epic Universe. It's not that long of a walk. And I loved it. I thought it was great, actually.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah, I would definitely, if it were me, listen, the convenience is great, but to save that money a night, and you can take that money and spend it on restaurants in the park. There's some great table service restaurants, or you can just keep that money in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Which would be nice if you got a family of 4 to save some money here and there. But
or stay a few more nights, you know?
Right. No, totally. Exactly. So I think the discount for these is so much different that that's my recommendation. At least I was really impressed, thinking like, oh, this is going to be like a budget hotel. I thought it was really well done and it was nice. I ate food there and it was very good. The other question people have is what's the cost to get in? Looking right now, tickets start at like $185 a ticket to get into the Epic Universe. So it is not. Listen, this isn't Six Flags, right?
Yeah.
This isn't Cedar Fair. This isn't Cedar Point. It's going to be expensive. It's in line with the other resorts that are in Florida. But yeah, especially now, these first few months in the summer, if you go later on during the year when kids are back in school, you're probably going to get a better deal on your tickets or anything. But I just looked that up and they're between like $185 to $200 a ticket. Trying to think if there's anything where you were watching that. Did you had a question?
I have a few questions.
Yeah.
So I guess with the Harry Potter world, I mean, that's incredible. I had goosebumps.
It is like you're in Paris when you
Yeah.
walk in, and it is you have to walk in to feel it. It is huge. So if people have been to other Harry Potter, like the Diagon Alley, which is incredible at Universal Studios down there, this is like, it makes Diagon Alley look like a kid's set. Like it is so, I couldn't believe it when I walked in. Like they actually built this.
Amazing.
It's wild. Yeah.
So that's my question is like, I am aware of the other Harry Potter entity. That's like within the larger park, or they're not next to each other?
No. So
Okay.
the other two Universal parks are right next to each other. So
Okay.
Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios are like two theme parks that are right next to each other. They're also in Orlando.
Okay.
But Epic Universe is like a drive away. So the property, it's a huge property, and they bought it, and you have to like take a shuttle between those two.
Okay.
Now, the other two, each of these parks has its own Harry Potter world. Its own wizarding world.
Okay.
So Islands of Adventure has Hogsmeade and the castle, you know, like
Yeah.
are you a Harry Potter
Yeah.
person, right?
Yeah.
And so Universal Studios has Diagon Alley. What's cool about those two parks is then they have the Hogwarts Express train that you can take from one to the other.
Stop it.
And when you're in the train, it's not like a normal train ride. Like there's like a film that plays out in the window, make you feel like you're in the world and you're with Harry and Ron. It is incredible. Like they have done Harry Potter so stinking well. And
That is like, I'm like tearing up. That sounds so cool.
It is. That's what keeps. It was a game changer for them when they acquired because a lot of people thought Disney was going to get it, and Universal swooped in and got it, and it has been a game changer for them. It has put them on the map,
That's so
and they've
wild.
then poured into these other brands. Now they're with Nintendo, which is going to be huge for them. But yeah, they've done a great job with that. And this one, again, I didn't get to ride the ride, which I had to leave early because the Wrath of Rakshasa was opening here, and I had to be back home to be live. It was a crazy week. It was a crazy week.
It was packed.
But I tried everything I could to get in, and I just couldn't get in. It's a very technical ride. They were like testing everything to get it ready for opening day. It was just like, it didn't work in my favor. I tried everything that I could. The other thing that I want to mention is that roller coaster there is a top 5 roller coaster for me. I've been 155 roller coasters. It's a top 5 coaster for me. It's amazing when they're racing with each other and you're seeing the other people on the ride.
And which one is this one?
Stardust Racers.
Okay.
That's the one that races and launches, and it's huge and it's awesome. But the Universal would not allow us to shoot video on the ride. Like, I want to show my reaction and all this. And I'm like, man, guys.
That's the whole thing.
I know. Like this is kind of my bit. Like, I appreciate the invite, but like, people see me. I'm the roller coaster bureau chief. Like, can I get a camera on here? And they're like, no, we're not going to do that. But so that's my way. I want to put pressure on them I want to get back there and I want to get a video on that ride. So I don't know what I have to do. Who I have to talk to.
Because you want to highlight these things that people are excited or curious about.
And people just like to see other people's reaction to things.
Yeah.
Because they do provide some video with some actors and people that are on the coaster. But, people watch WGN. They want to see the WGN guy on the coaster. They want to see the NBC guy, local NBC guy. It's not just me, like the other locals on the ride. Like, come on, like and you sell more tickets because people are like, I want to do that too. And
they might not know How to Train Your Dragon, but if they see a really cool ride that looks like a lot of fun.
Listen, Hannah, you're talking to the right person here.
Yeah.
But WGNTV.com/Coastin is where all my Coast in the Country stuff lives. You can find more information up there. I'm going to put a guide together with a lot of this. And I just want to hear from people. If you go down there and check it out, give me your experience. Oh, the other thing I will say, I'm sorry, I'm taking all the time here. But people were asking me, like, okay, I'm going to go there with my family. What should I do first? And the things that have been, like, crashing with people in the morning have been the Nintendo World and the Harry Potter. People are running right to that, and the lines in those have been enormous. So my recommendation would be to do some of the other stuff first, particularly if you want to meet one of the dragons at the How to Train Your Dragon. That line has been long all day, so get to that, and then wait later on once the Nintendo people leave and the Harry Potter people leave and go somewhere else. Do those rides closer to the end of the day, and they tend to be lower so far. Now, this is just open to the public, so that could change, but that's been the overall trend. Does that make sense?
It does. You're saying, think about what everyone's going to flock to and do the opposite.
Do the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can knock out everything else, and then you don't have to wait. As some of these lines, like the Harry Potter line in the morning has been like 4 or 5 hours.
I'm sure it's cool, but that is so
no, I don't think. And I did have a friend who's like, it's worth it. I'm like, no, it isn't. I don't
think anything's worth 4 hours.
I don't know what I would say like that was worth it. So I don't want to do that. But anyway, WGNTV.com/Coastin. We'll have that there. So there you have it. As I mentioned before, if there's anything that I didn't mention there that you really still have a question about, let me know. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to, if you're in the Chicagoland area, give What a Day a try. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. on the WGNTV.com live stream. And I would greatly appreciate it if you're not already subscribing to this channel, if you could subscribe. Give a like to the video. Trying to grow this channel as well. Do as much content here as I can. I appreciate all of you. I cannot wait to get back to Epic Universe because I got to ride that darn Harry Potter ride, man. Just the timing did not work out for me. I had to leave to get back for the Great America opening of Wrath of Rakshasa. It was a crazy few days for me in my theme park coverage world, but I'm just so honored that you guys watch the content. Because of that, I'm able to go and cover some of these things, get invited to some of these events as well. It was a real privilege to be there, be a small part of the opening of the thing, and I can't wait to hear all of your reactions to it once you actually start going and getting on some of these really just out there attractions, man. It is pretty cool stuff that they're doing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me everywhere on social media. I'm at Marcus Leshock. Peace out.